it is 6:34, and I'd like to call the meeting to order, please. Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. Hope everybody had a lovely summer. I would actually love to hear individual stories, but we do not have time. But I would like that. I mean, that all you want to share them at any point. So, or you can add it into any comment you made. You can do a quick little summer blur before you add your comment. All right. So, consent agenda. If everybody could please look at A through J. And I'd like a motion on the consent agenda, please.
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? Comments? All right, excellent. All those in favor of passing the consent agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Great, thank you. Public comment? I know it's August. It'll pick up pace. It'll pick up speed, I swear. All right, we tried. All right, nobody online?
No.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you note from class of 2025. Do you have that?
It was in your.
It was in our packet, so we're just
scanned to you.
we're saying
Just
thank you for your thank
acknowledgement.
you. Okay.
Yeah. Just acknowledging it.
Okay. Thank
That's
you.
it.
Class of 25. I'm sure they are all right now eagerly moving on to whatever they have in store next, which is exciting. All right, Community Impact Grant Award. Who's that? Chris.
So that is notification that, again, this year we are the recipient of the Rutland United Way's Community Impact Award. And so this year's grant award is in the amount of $10,000. So really excited about being a recipient again this year. The United Way has been helping to support our Snack Sack program for a decade now, and we're very, very grateful for their generous contribution and to all those folks that contribute to their efforts. You'll see also in the consent agenda, you had approved a $2,000 donation that we're really excited about for our clothing project, which is the Back to School with Confidence, to get kids back here feeling good about themselves and coming back for the first day of school. So in my board report included information about some additional grant awards that we've been able to obtain, and just want to give a shout out to Carrie Ann Wolcott, who's done a lot of that grant writing on our behalf.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Act 73, originally H454 discussion. Brooke, bring it on.
Yeah, so I mean, we just discussed this briefly in finance. So there is a work group for redistricting at the state level. They met on August 1st. There's some meetings that are upcoming. They do need to have a plan to the legislature in December, which could include a redistricting plan that presents 3 different options for the legislature to consider in January when they reconvene. We'll say all of Act 73 is predicated on the passage of a redistricting plan. So if the redistricting plan is not successful, the rest of the pieces in the act will not come to fruition as Act 73 is designed. So just, something to be aware of. I think you're going to hear a ton about it in September, October, November. So I will try to keep you as informed as possible, but there will be a lot out there.
And we talked about it in finance because it just has a big impact on our planning for next year for money. So just knowing that is important.
Yeah, and we're still under the same budget guidelines for this coming, next fiscal year, FY27. So we'll still be budgeting kind of in the same manner, but we have a lot of considerations around staffing and contracts that will have to be taken under advisement as we go through that process.
Any questions? I know VT Digger does a pretty good job. If you don't subscribe to VT Digger online, that's a good one to follow. There's a Vermont community group, a nonpartisan community group on Facebook that also does a really good job, I think, of just like throwing up information, not trying to make statements. So there's ways to really kind of follow it and be on top of it without just waiting for school board meetings. And I highly recommend that you do that and just be informed of what's going on. So just also kind of on question, because I don't see it on here. The community action group that you've been meeting with regularly.
Oh, community advisory
group.
Committee?
Yes. So that had been really good at just kind of communicating and then also bringing in our legislators, and that's going to continue. Good.
Well, the Community Advisory Committee, yes, will continue. It's either the first Monday or Tuesday of each month. I think our first meeting is September 2nd. It's a Tuesday because of Labor Day. So there's some holidays that kind of get in the way this year. So we have some slight adjustments to the schedule. That meeting won't have legislators at it. I think, you know, in speaking with our communications coordinator, Lisa Cacciatore, this morning, I think we may try to see if we can have a separate time for some of those legislative meetings, because some of the community advisory committee functions, you know, around strategic plan, continuous improvement plans, we weren't able to utilize that group in that manner because we were constantly talking about legislation in the spring. So we're going to try to see if we can, you know, meet both needs somehow. So that was the discussion today.
Okay. So do we have a time and a place on that?
It's usually 5:45 and it's
5:45.
usually at central office,
Central,
but
yeah.
Lisa will put all of that out
She will.
this
Okay,
week. Yeah.
thank you. Thank you. All right, number 7. No other questions before I move on? Number, board member resignation action. So we need to do that first, right? We need to accept the
Yes,
resignation.
and then I had sent you an email right before this meeting. Ethan Oprendeck, who had submitted his name for the seat in Fairhaven, has rescinded his candidacy for now. So,
Yep. But first we need to accept
Yes.
the resignation. Okay, so can I have a motion to accept the resignation
So
of
moved.
Sabina Peer?
Second.
Thank you. Any questions? Everybody read the letter? Excellent. Okay, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Great, thank you. All right, so next would be board seat appointment for the Fairhaven Board Seat Action. So no Ethan, and so we have Rachel Casey, who's here in the public. Didn't know if you wanted to introduce yourself. That would be great, thank you. You have to go get the mic.
Am I good? Is it just for that? Okay. So hello, I'm Rachel Casey. I live in Fairhaven. I grew up in Fairhaven. I currently work for VSAT Gear Up. So I'm in the high school and middle school a couple days a week right now. I worked with Julie Finnegan before this. I was the associate director with Upward Bound. I'm currently working on my master's in education leadership with a concentration of instruction curriculum. So I was interested in this position. I feel like this is the next step to put my experiences and my studies into play and to give back to my community.
That's great. Perfect. Very good. Okay, thank you. Right, yeah, yep. So, right, so when we appoint, it's till the next election, right? So you got to get your petition in January, get your, I don't know, 6 signatures. No, I'm exaggerating. 20. How many in Fairhaven?
I don't know. Probably around.
Probably, yeah,
around
because it's
20.
30 in Castleton. So
30
probably only
in
20 in Fairhaven.
6 in Arlington.
How many in Benson? Oh, Hubbardton needs how many?
6.
6. Yeah, so.
Not exaggerating that much.
Yeah, 11.
Yeah.
So that would be the
Ooh,
next
wow.
step. All right, anybody have any questions or anything they want to ask? Yeah.
Can I just make a comment about Rachel? She was in my 6th grade class. And every time I see her now, I have to remember her name is Rachel and not Princess. Because one morning she just floated into the classroom and announced to all of us that the princess had arrived. Well, I think for the rest of the year, I just called her princess. So she does have a sense of humor.
Anybody else? All right, usually we vote like by piece of paper. Do we need to do that?
It's up to you, guys.
No, is everybody comfortable? What? Show of hands. Show of hands is fine, all right. So I guess that's all you do, right? Do all this.
Somebody make a motion. and
Okay,
second
so
it.
I'd like a motion to appoint Rachel Casey as the board member for Fairhaven until the next election.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor, please say aye. Opposed? All right, excellent. Welcome, Rachel. Next
Welcome.
steps are,
I will reach out to you or Lisa in my office and get you paperwork, because you have to get the oath of office and get some things notarized, and then you'll be fully installed before the next meeting.
and the next meeting is next Monday
Oh,
because,
right.
yes, and the reason is because, yeah, the holiday. Well, no, because it's
Oh,
late
summer
in
break,
August,
yeah.
summer break.
Right.
So we're supposed to do 2 a month and we push it in August so that we're not all showing up.
Where's that one?
Good question.
Higher.
Maybe I should-
Oh.
Perfect, I finished school from now.
Is it was Castleton? Castleton would be next. Benson, Castleton, Fairhaven.
Yeah, but usually one is at
Correct.
Fairhaven and then
Yeah.
it's at another.
First
I think
meeting in
it's at the high
Fairhaven,
school.
yeah.
I'll look,
Wait,
I'll double check. We'll get you all of the details
It
and
is
make
at the high
sure.
school.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure it's at the high school.
Is it open house night next Monday?
Just for middle school.
Oh, just for middle
5:30.
school, okay. Okay, all right. Yeah, meeting's not till 6:30.
Yeah, I can leave early.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
Just check with your boss.
All right, welcome, thank you. Yeah, no, definitely stay and listen, absolutely. All right, committee reports, we just had a finance committee meeting. Glenn.
Yes, so we had kind of a longer than normal meeting, but productive. So really the first things that we discussed was an update on the Orwell Kitchen project. It is still progressing. Expected completion date is the end of October. Things have been worked out as far as providing meals to the kids. Meals will be prepared here in Benson, trucked up in our now unused driver's ed car, and meals will be served in the library. As they started to uncover things in the kitchen project, as is always the case when you're dealing with old things, more surprises were found than anticipated, which has resulted in some change orders right now in the vicinity of 45-ish, 75,000. Stuff that was hoped to be saved was unsavable. Structural defects were identified and corrected. So they're now in the process of rebuilding. So that's where that's at. Luckily, we still look pretty good as far as covering that with what was in the food service budget for the project. So that's continuing to move on. We had an update on H454, now Act 73, which we just touched on here. We went over some numbers for the preliminary numbers for the end of the year that were presented by Cheryl. Everything looks good. We're actually looking at a larger surplus than what was initially anticipated. And Cheryl's going to dive into the reason for that. But her gut feeling at this time was that it's mostly going to be due to salary and benefits, unfilled positions. We may have had some people who were hired at lower experience levels than what we had budgeted for. So she's going to be looking into that, but we're ending on a positive note. Julie brought up the fact that a school in New Hampshire just discovered they're $2.5 million in the hole. So we're in much better shape than some people. We discussed changes in the special education budget reporting. And for those of you that have been around through Act 46 and prior to that, they wanted everything done at the SU level. Now they've done an about face, at least with special ed, and they want everything reported by the building. So we're in the process of unraveling some of those things, getting numbers done, and in the future, we will build budgets when it comes to special ed, at least, that are building-based versus SU-based. Consolidated federal program grants. A lot of that was in the news. The federal government had suspended sending that money, but in the end, we got everything that we were supposed to get. It came in like a month late, which required some jockeying to be done in order to do things that we were trying, but we've got our money for this year, and what the future holds with title monies, all we can do is wait and see. There's a lot of things happening at the federal level, and stuff gets started and it goes in reverse, and so we'll see where this heads. We discussed the fact that the Abbey Group, who is our food service provider, has been acquired by Whitson's Culinary Group, which is an out-of-state company. They own some other food service companies that were functioning at some of the schools in Vermont. So they now have a very large foothold in the state as it comes to food service. They have to honor the contracts that are in place. It's going to require more monitoring by our central office, most of which is going to be partaken by the assistant finance director, or is it associate?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to be correct here. Yep. So more on this to come. There's been some stuff in the news. We'll just have to see how it works out for us. We're in year 2 of 4 one-year renewals, so we'll have to see what happens. If we were to opt out along the way, it's a considerable amount of work to go back out to bid. It's probably a 9-month process. But if things do go forward with Act 73, our contract is in place to get us pretty much to that point where it won't be on our plate any longer. And then we just briefly discussed fiscal year 27 budget development. Work on the fiscal year 27 budget will commence in early September. There's a lot of unknowns. We know that some surplus money was used to buy down the tax rate for Vermonters this year, and whether that's going to hold the ed fund for next year, it has the potential to. We just have to see where everything falls. and what that will have an effect on the yield, but we're very, very preliminary with our budget development, but it's going to get started soon, and things will ramp up as we go through the fall. And with that, I think
Any questions? All right, thanks, Glenn. Contracts, can I get a motion, please? We probably should do retirement, resignation, and then new hire, so 3 different actions.
Make a motion to accept John Gallo, driver's education retirement.
Second. Any questions about that? Everybody read the memo, so they know what we're doing. Excellent. All right, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Great, thank you, and thank you for your service. And next one?
Make a motion for Sarah Winters, resignation.
Second. Any questions? All right, excellent. Thank you very much. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. And new hires.
Make a motion, want to do separately or both?
You can do them together.
Make a motion to accept the new hire Jane Crane, special education teacher at Fairhaven Grade School, and Sarah Mahone Wordland, special education life skill at the high school, middle school.
Second. Great. Any questions? Thank you very much. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Great. Thank you. Welcome and thank you. Public comment again. All right. And nothing online. All right. All right. Agenda building for August 25th. Well, I have to look at your email for your wording. Oh. I don't have it memorized. Well, go ahead.
So last year, on the last Monday in August, we did a retreat-style board meeting where we talked, last year, I think it was about the organization of the district. Maybe we talked a little bit about the strategic plan. It was a work session to get the board involved in the work ahead for the year. And so wondering if that should be a similar format for Monday night. I think we also had dinner too. We had pizza and salad, and I think Sue brought some lovely desserts, if I remember correctly.
You do.
So wondering if we want to have a similar format next Monday night and spend some time talking about the district quality standards that came out July 1st that you as a board are responsible for. Because we will need to do some work around that, talk about the strategic plan, and then also the connection to the teacher and administrator professional growth plans. You've heard about those a lot over the last couple of years, but now the pilot's over. We're doing this for real this year, and so to see how the connection is made between those and the strategic plan, and then ultimately the district quality standards. So that was the thought, but
It's a great thought. Because back-to-back meetings, right, the agenda isn't very big usually.
so I don't have a lot of other things
Yeah.
that we need to put on that agenda necessarily.
Yep.
There would still be the building and grounds meeting at 5:30 to 6:30. Yes, no, well, all right,
So I think we're good.
okay. So we'll
Yep.
get some dinner, we'll be at the high school and probably the library for this one.
And definitely, there's going to be, like Brooke sent me, kind of in anticipation of this, a link to the Vermont School Boards Association, like district quality standards, like video. I highly recommend that you at least watch that and make sure that you come in pre-knowledged a little bit instead of just walking in cold, so that we're not spending time like really talking about what they are and why we now have a different one.
And hopefully we can get that agenda out tomorrow with those links, so that'll give you pretty much a week to get
That'd be
familiar with it.
Start at 6:30 or early?
6:30, because we'll still have building and grounds from 5:30 to 6:30.
Are we having pizza and salad?
that's what I was gonna go with,
All right.
but is there another request?
No,
No,
just
it's
double check
perfect.
in whether I have to make dinner or not.
No, it's also a Monday night, so I think we had trouble finding a pizza place
Oh,
that
that
was
was
open
open.
last time, but we will,
Third place has pizza on Monday.
okay, all right.
4:00 you open.
And he's
Okay.
very supportive of, he came for graduation at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning and did burgers. He's
Okay.
very community minded.
Okay,
Andrew?
all right, so
He's a great guy.
I will get Lisa on that tomorrow, but yes.
That's my suggestion.
All right, and it will just be central office administrators, we won't have building administrators there, that's what we did last year.
That is fine.
And, because they're getting ready for, you know, the
School.
children on Wednesday,
Yes.
so, all right.
Yep, sounds good. All right, thank you.
Next Monday as well as open house for middle school?
Yeah,
Yeah,
5:30 to 6:30.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we need an executive session, please.
And I'd like it to include Cheryl, Chris Fenway, Deb, and myself.
Okay. So can I get a motion, please?
Make a motion.
Second.
Executive session.
And Patty seconded it. Great, thank you. Any
And,
question?
and Walter, there probably will be action after. so.
All right, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All righty. I think Rachel has to leave too. No.
Okay,
Kurt might pop in. Okay,
All right, I'd like to make a motion to accept the request to forgive the $500 for John Gallo.
can I get a second?
Second.
Hey, somebody taking notes?
I got it for Becky.
Okay, and you got who seconded?
I didn't get the second, I got Peter.
Patty?
I did. Patty.
Thank you, Patty.
Second. All right, any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, second motion?
I move that we deny the resignation request from Sarah Winter and that we continue to pursue the amount she owes the district.
Second.
All right, any questions? Any comments? All right. Everybody in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All right, all those in favor of adjourning, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, thank you very much.